3 pages left. This one is this is my favorite one. This is the percentage of bullied girls, and then the second one will be boys, and then the third one will be both, who have told or not told anybody about bullying compared to the national average. This is the part I like about seeing these results is this first group told a teacher or another adult at the school. This one told a parent or guardian, told a sister, brother, or friend, and then this one is told nobody. Now all these are higher than the national average, which these first three being higher is awesome to see, because what that means is that our staff is aware. The kids aren't afraid to talk to parents, guardians, brothers, sisters, which helps us as we implement this program, because part of the program is taking the bystander and teaching them how to stand up for the kid that's getting bullied. And if they're, if we've got 46% compared to maybe 25% the national average, and we got 46% of our students and others knowing about it, and they can help stand up for that person that's being bullied, that's going to be great, because that'll help eliminate a lot of those really quickly.
And that's one thing that we really stress in our eighth grade air programs too, is that you guys stay unified to report to this stuff. And so it goes right in line with what we try to do.
And so that's girls. Here are the boys. Look at this one compared to the national average. That's told a brother, sister, or friend. And even in a case we had recently, it was a friend who helped us kind of get the information and be able to handle the problem and take care of things, And that's what we want. We want everyone kind of be on the same page. The staff know how to handle it, and that's what the training will do for us. How the parents are going to be able to handle it, keep them informed, and then how other students and things like that how they can help us enforce kind of what we're trying to do here. And then this is boys and girls combined. So that one, I was happy to see that one. And then also this one here, it's page 47, it might be a ways now. This next one I'm going to show you is the interventions by teachers or other adults at the school. So now we've told the teachers, you can see on the last graph, what are the teachers doing about it? And these are the ones that responded often or almost always. The teachers are dealing with it, or other adults at school. A lot of definitions. Right here. So you see the national average again in the diamonds. The blue is girls, the green is boys, and then the purple is a combination of the two. So,
can you do a closer look on that? I couldn't
yeah.
read the model.
Good.
Yeah.
So you can see that now that we've got students telling our staff members, telling other students, so the adults in the building are finding out about it. Well, now you ask the kids, are we doing anything about it? Or are they just kind of looking the other way? And you can see that we are higher, especially in the lower elementary grades, pretty close to the average here. Close to the average there, especially with the boys, and then just above average here with the total for the overall thing. So right now we're doing something about it when we're being told. We just like to organize it in a way that we're all kind of approaching this the same way, so then the kids know we're doing something about it. Because I think there's other times where it's happening where maybe it's not all done the same exact way, where I'll find out about it, and sometimes the kids might not know, the ones who got bullied might not know what we did to the kid who got bullied. But the program's going to take us through the steps of what we want to do, how we communicate with the parents on both sides of the exchange, how we communicate with the kids on both sides, and then the bystanders as well. So it kind of this will help us continue to put it on the same page. I think these numbers will go up quite a bit as well as the last set of numbers, so. I mean, we're at the nation average, but we're doing, I think we're on the right path, and if we get this program going, and like I said, if we all get on the same page and, understand what we're doing and get the process down, we'll be able to improve a lot of these numbers. So this is, interventions by teachers or other adults, and the students responded often or almost always. Trying to figure out what that's different than my last. Oh, okay, so that's with staff or adults, and then this next one is the students. Often do other students put a stop to it. So, again, you can kind of see that that's at or above the average. So other students are stepping in and saying, hey, leave this kid alone, or whatever it is. So that's what we showed the staff. Those are the same ones we showed the staff. And then, like I said, I've got 74 pages total if you want to see the rest of that. I'll gladly show you that. And
We'd be more than happy to come in after the meeting.
so, any questions on anything presented today? That's all I have.
Any questions from the board members? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Schmidt.
Thank you.
Activities Director, Mr. Johnson, he emailed me a report. I think everybody may have a copy of that. His report indicates there are 2 weeks left in the regular season for winter sports. The rest are complete in the soccer team tournament starting on the 14th. The girls section tournament will start on the 26th, and the boys start on the 28th. Depending on where they are seeded, both teams should get at least one home game.
Girls got the number 2 seed, so we'll get at least 1 or 2. Then
Cool.
first one goes.
Good. Actions taken to resolve the situation with gym floor seem to be helping the condition of the floor during games. The floor has been scrubbed before every game, and wet towels are used during the games to keep the floors as clean as possible. This may be just a short-term solution. We may need to look at doing something else to address the problem in the long term. I suppose you'll probably address a little bit of that, Mr. Euchre, in your report. I haven't remember.
Yeah, they put it on me.
Okay. The spring sports meeting has been scheduled for February 25th. We have had to adjust our coaching staff for the spring. We will have a JV and varsity baseball team and only 1 junior high baseball team. That is a reduction of 2 positions from last year. We will be having a C, JV, and varsity softball team and only 1 junior high softball team. There are no additional coaching positions for softball, only a change in assignments. Reasons for this are the low numbers in the 7th and 8th grade for baseball and the high number of 9th graders in softball. Mr. Johnson's report, any questions at all on that?
Yes, I looked at the track schedule. There's only 4 varsity meets on the schedule at this time. Is that correct?
We'll have to ask things. Yeah, a lot of them don't happen later, but I can mark down, just let them go.
I know a lot of schools too are going toward like just the huge meets because there's not as many places that have the facilities to house.
Well, just 2 years ago, we had a lot more meets.
And there probably will be more, but I know a lot of them now they keep getting bigger and bigger, and they end up at colleges or really nice facilities.
Yeah, we didn't even have a conference, there's not even the conference track meet on there, so
Okay.
I'm just wondering if,
Well, you can-
we're having the sports meeting, so it would be nice to have the schedule up.
Okay, yeah, you can address that with Mr. Johnson if you'd like to. He's not here, he got some activities going on tonight. Any other questions at all on that? Facility Supervisor, Mr. Euchre?
We gave a report. I didn't put the gym on here. Over Christmas, right after Christmas, we had to use a different type of soap for scrubbing the floor, and it helped the traction. I already talked to Mr. Johnson Monday night before the first tournament game. We are going to re-scrub the gym with that same product, and that should carry us through the rest of the sporting season. Because the JVs and all them will be done by then, and so there'll be a little less traffic on the court too, so.
And then what's the schedule for this summer for the gym floor? What is the plan?
I haven't actually set that up.
We have just a
It will-
temporary possibility, but we have to wait to all to get all the camp stuff in, so you know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, what we were hearing at the, School Board Association, you know, conflicting about versus the oil versus the water-based, and if the water-based is, you know, makes it more slippery, and so there were some people that definitely had that line of thinking, that that might be part of the problem. But what we heard, Mr. McNulty, would you agree that it's kind of the wave of the future, that eventually that's probably gonna be taking place, but yet it isn't now, so something to consider when you're, I mean, I know that we got some information from some companies when we were there, Mike and I did, and it might not hurt to talk to a few more actual floor, you know, places that maybe direct us on what the issue, part of the issue is.
I'm no expert on the water-based wax by any means.
Right.
I do know that they said that on a varnish base, that it can absorb the dust more than it can on a water base.
Yep,
We
yep,
heard that same.
yep, we did.
So, one of the keys that's helped here is, the gym has to get swept before every game, should be swept at every halftime. That helps with the dust. Try and do too is, here we get a lot of the debris coming from the outside, because people have to walk across the floor to get to the bleachers. We're trying to do things to eliminate that, that's helping. And another one of the culprits is, places, and Jeremy's working with that, is Playhead teachers aren't making the kids change shoes. So,
That's been going on for years. I can attest to
I know.
that.
but with the water-based finish.
Right, with the
it's
water
like-
base, now it's an issue. It never was before.
Becoming more of an issue.
Yeah.
And kind of that's where we're at, you know, we're looking at, maybe, double mopping it with the regular mop and then with a microfiber mop to get a little more of the dust. Those are just steps that we can physically take, so.
Well, the floor must be scheduled to be totally stripped and painted one of these years. I mean, it's been how long since we
And,
redid all the lines and everything, and stripped it all the way down. Plus, there's some boards that probably need to get replaced.
and that's the thing, if for some reason you'd wanna go back to the varnish base, you'd have to redo the whole floor. So, you'd have to take it all the way down to bare wood, so.
We didn't, last summer, we didn't do sealing like we normally would.
No.
Because of the project.
Because
but-
of the project.
But for sure, at
It
least
will
we
get,
would,
it will get done this summer, we just
For
gotta
sure.
figure out
Yeah.
the timeline.
Camps in, Fine right now, temporarily, unless the camps change, is to get it starting the week right after school's done. Start that Monday so they can start cleaning and have it. After that 3 and 3's that Saturday, we can get everything out of there, and that Sunday start Monday.
Yeah.
Doing it like right when school is done, rather than waiting until all the camps start kicking in.
Yeah. Oh, plus it gets too hot.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
Have
that's the
we
biggie.
considered buying cones too, to try to, you know, with the ropes, to try to keep people off the floor?
And you have to move them though when the games are going.
Yeah, exactly, you would move them,
But
but,
we'd have to have so many personnel on supervising and do all that, so it'd be a lot. We've talked about it.
well,
but-
not the whole thing, but I meant just the corner parts, that's where everybody's cutting.
Yeah.
I think the idea of the chairs with people walking behind in front of those chairs, because the players were taking all that stuff from
Yeah,
the.
that's helped a lot.
So I think that has helped.
It's just now the non-player side that we have the issue, of course, where little kids will just run down 4 feet on and come back.
We have talked about like the cones and the rope, but then the kids that are warming up too, like we try to figure out something that's safe
Yeah.
for them as well. I mean, what I did, and I believe Mr. Bjork the game before, is just stand in that corner